Hi, my name is Christina Adams. This is the place where we talk about God, Christianity, and life. Right now, we're going to talk about a book by Dallas Willard. It's called Hearing God, and this is a book that I read recently. So these are some of the top 6 things that I learned, or that I was able to refresh my memory on in reading this book. The first is firstly, I really love Dallas Willard. He has talked the way he talks about Christianity and the way he talks about God and our relationship with Christ is just really inspiring and has really helped me just in my own walk with God. And so, in reading this book, one of the first things that I got out of it was that maturity is the goal in our walk with God. There are a lot of books out there on hearing God and how to find God's will and just the different ways that you can do that. And from like a specific will to a just do what's moral and right and be wise. And the thing I really like about Dallas Willard is that he talks about maturity as the goal of talking with God, that it's not necessarily just to find out what you're supposed to do tomorrow or where you're supposed to go to college or what job to take, but it's about being with God and growing with God and moving from needing to have certain things, like needing to have God say, give you very clear direction right now, to just living in a regular life with Him and just growing in how you interact with God, how you know Him. And learned is that God's will is not necessarily fixed, in the sense that some of the ways of looking at God's will is that there's only one option, and sometimes you have 5 options, or you have 3 options, or you have 2 options, and you're just like, I need to know the one to take. And this doesn't approach God's will like that. It really just goes into the, sometimes there are 2 very good options, and God has given us the ability to pick between the 2, simply because He wants us to be responsible. He wants us to take initiative, and He wants us to be able to grow and be with Him in our decision making. And so I thought that was pretty cool. The third is sort of connected to this, in that if you pick options, it doesn't necessarily mean you miss out on something. That has been a fear of mine when I was younger, especially, that if I went to this college, then I would miss out on all the friends or all the things that I would learn at that college. And the point of this is that God doesn't. We're not going to miss out. We're not going to miss out on something cool that God was going to do with us, because God is going to be with us no matter which decision we make. And He's going to be teaching us the things that He wants us to learn. And so it just means that we don't miss out. The fourth thing that I really liked about this book is that it talks about the different ways that God speaks, and it lists the big ways that God talks, and then He also talks about the small ways that God talks. But then He also says that that dreams or visions or the audible voice it's not the goal. Like if we don't get those things, it doesn't mean we're not hearing God, and it actually is a potentially. We can get caught up in the idea of different things that we think that we want God to do for us, or we we have a we can think that the visions or dreams are the goal rather than God